have a lot of Thanksgiving leftovers, and so I am going to be making quite a few different leftover meals. Today what I'm going to make is cranberry turkey sliders. So I'm using leftover rolls, dinner rolls from our Thanksgiving meal, and I'm going to just put them all in this little container. I have the air fryer preheating. I'm going to put them all in this little container because I'm only going to make a couple because that's how much like cranberry sauce I have left. And they fit in here perfectly, and then I can cook it in my air fryer. So you could do sliders with like the King's Hawaiian rolls and do like the whole lot of them, but I'm literally just trying to use up that. So here's what we're going to do. I have some butter that's melted, and I'm going to add some brown sugar to it. And I've noticed that sliders recipes always have so much butter and brown sugar, so I think I'm cutting down a little bit on that. We're going to add some Worcestershire sauce and some Dijon. So anyways, welcome back. I'm Carrie. This is Keep It Simple DIY. Today's video is just using up all of the leftovers. At this point, I think the only thing that'll be left after all this is a couple of rolls, which we could just eat anytime. They're just rolls. And then I do have a whole bag of turkey. So I plan on doing a ton of turkey meals. So I've got this mixed up. I'm actually going to put a little bit down on each one of these. I don't think the recipe called for this, but I feel like I should do it. It looks like gravy. It doesn't smell and it's not going to taste like gravy, but that's what it looks like. Gosh, you could probably do that with gravy. Looking at it, I'm like, that would be a good idea. I think this is perfect for making these be a little bit more over the top than if you were to just put all of this on the roll. Give it a little bit of an extra flavor. Nothing special, I'm just adding on some turkey. And this is all dark meat. We ate through all of the white meat. I feel like dark meat is what I like to use in like meals, and white meat is what I like to eat just on its own. I'll add a piece of cheese to each next. Couldn't be easier. Now I somehow need to get 4 really thin slices here. There's one. Oh my gosh. One. Okay, put these lids back on. Lids, top of the rolls. This probably is supposed to be poured over all of it. I'm just going to do like this. And then I don't know how long it's going to take in the air fryer, so I'm just going to put it in for a couple minutes and watch it. I'm guessing it'll be 8. And this does call for poppy seeds. I don't have any, so we're gonna go without. All right, into the air fryer until it's done. All right, here these are. They look fantastic. They came out really easily. Let's give them a try. Okay, it is taste test time. They're a little hot, so hopefully I don't burn my mouth. Let's see. Wow, I am pleasantly surprised. To be honest, I was very unsure about the whole cheese and cranberry sauce situation, but that is delicious. 10 out of 10. You should do this if you have leftovers of all of this. It is so good. All right, we will be back when we're doing another leftover turkey dinner. We are going to make a casserole, but we're taking a shortcut and we are doing it in the Instant Pot today. And what I'm going to make is a French onion turkey casserole. This is going to come together super quickly. All we have to do is dice up an onion, dice up a little bit of garlic, and then dump everything in. Quick and easy dinner coming together. I am just chopping up an onion, and then we will add in some other yummy goodness. But we are making a French onion casserole, but I am doing it in a pressure cooker because that will be a lot easier and quicker, and I don't have to turn my oven on. So, did that already. I'm getting an onion cut up. I already have the pressure cooker on saute mode heating up, and we will get this sauteing soon. This is going to come together so quickly. We just need to get these onions sauteing and cut up a few mushrooms. Add everything in, and then we are cooking. Now I like my mushrooms to be diced rather than just sliced, but it's not safe to can them that way. So I'm going to dump these and then cut them up. Okay, so the water has now been drained out. We'll just run quick chop. Mushrooms going right on in with the onions. Here's 2 cloves of garlic. And here comes 2 more. Let's add in the rice and get that a little bit toasted. Okay, next up, a little bit of turkey. Two cups plus a little bit of broth and all of the onion soup mix. Just give this a little bit of a mix. And then we need to put this on the rice setting and let it cook away, and we'll add some cheese once it's done. I just did a manual release on this. Let's see how it's looking. I can smell the garlic. The garlic smells fantastic. One thing that I wish is that I had long grain rice. That's what this calls for. I used basmati. Basmati isn't my favorite, but I feel like jasmine just wasn't quite the appropriate, whoops, quite the appropriate rice for this. I just squeezed this frozen piece of cheese and it kind of went everywhere. My cheese is frozen because I keep cheese in the freezer since I buy such big quantities of it, because otherwise it goes bad in the fridge. Okay. Whoa. Alrighty, here's what this is looking like in the natural light. The sun's about to go down all the way and it's only 5:15, so you know, dark nights are coming. This looks delicious. I am so excited to try it. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see here. That hits the spot. This is just such a warm, cozy meal. Serve it on the side with some veggies, although it does have mushrooms and onions. You can count those as veggies. All right, on to the next recipe. We're making another turkey meal, and this is going to be a Thai curry. I am very excited about this recipe because this is pretty close to my favorite recipe. My favorite recipe is a Thai curry soup that has a lot of the same ingredients as this one. So I'm hoping that I will like this one just as much as my favorite soup. I do plan on making my favorite soup soon because I will have a little bit extra curry paste once I make this soup. So hopefully in the next little bit we'll do that, but maybe this one will be just as good. So I'm going to make this soup in the Ninja Foodie Possible Cooker. I think that's the right thing. It's like a crock pot, but not a crock pot. Slow cooker, that's what we call that. I'm gonna use a whole onion. Now this recipe calls for using peppers, and I'm going to use zucchini instead. I always make that swap because peppers don't get along with me and zucchini fits in just great. I need to grab the cooker, and then I'm going to chop up probably all of this garlic and then freeze whatever I don't use because it's getting close to its date that it needs to be used. Okay, this is not quite preheated all the way, but it's getting there. I'm going to add some olive oil and those onions in, and then we will chop up the garlic. Okay, we'll add in some garlic. I was gonna cut that a little more. Oh well. Nope. Okay, a little bit of zucchini going in. All right, I just chopped up some basil and cilantro from the garden. It's the last little bit of what I have outside. My goodness. Okay, we'll get a couple of tablespoons of a red curry paste. And this is my favorite. It is Dragonfly, and I get it from my local Asian market. It's the best one. I like that a lot better than the ones that you get in the regular old grocery stores. I'm going to add 2 jars of turkey broth and then 1 can of coconut milk. And this recipe did call for, what, chicken broth, I think? I can't remember exactly, but it wasn't this. And then it does call for 2 additional cups of water and some lime juice. And then just because I know I usually like to have a little bit of sweetness in my curries, I'm going to add a little bit of brown sugar. This was not on the recipe, but something that I like to do. Just a couple tablespoons worth. And then we need about 2 cups worth of turkey that's already cooked. Oh, that's all going in there. And I'm going to add some salt and then pepper, and I'm going to use white pepper because it just fits with the Thai flavors. And now this just needs to come up to a boil, and then we need to add in some noodles. So I'm still debating on if I want to cook the noodles in here, but I'm thinking I might just cook these on the stove. So maybe I'll get that started now. So I'm going to use about half of this to give us about 7 ounces of rice pasta. Always hard to get it out. Goodness. It's burning. Look at that. I think our noodles are getting close to being done. So I am going to check out over here. This looks fantastic. I need to give that a taste test though. The noodles are not quite done, but let's give this a try. to see if it has the right flavor. Oh, that's good. That's very light flavored. I like it. I'm a red curry fan. Red curry is delicious. And this isn't very spicy either because we only use just a little bit in there. I usually go a little overboard, so delicious. A nice light soup. Once those are ready, we'll get them in. These noodles are not quite done, but I feel like if I put them in this pot, while this pot's still boiling, they will finish up in just a few seconds. My pan is so hot. I have this new stove, which I haven't cooked on all that much. Oh my goodness. But it cooks really hot. Get up there. There we go. Because even still, I just touched that and that's hot to the touch. I thought about straining them out with the lid because that lid is a colander and not gonna happen. Way too hot for that. Delicious. Alrighty, there we have it. Our soup is complete, and this completes the third of the Thanksgiving leftovers. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you haven't yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see you. I will link some other shelf cooking style recipes over here in case you want to watch this style of cooking where we're using things up. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.